Alright guys, going to be breaking down a couple of Clark's matches. He actually has me longer than 2 minutes of footage, so we can do a real breakdown on this one, which would be nice. And he gets to go against a purple belt, which is also nice. Alright, so to start things off the bat, just so we're looking here, Clark's posture is actually better. He's not just straight up here with his long neck and head right off the top. So this is good. Much better posture starting off. Now, let's work a little bit more. Not same side collar, cross collar if you can get it. Okay? There, that's better. Alright, Clark's got his knee shield. To half guard, he needs to wedge this leg in again if he wants to get his knee shield going. He's got his underhelt, gets the belt. Should go to single, nope. Oh, look at Clark the cheater. Alright guys, so let's, good sweep, but I just want to point out Clark reaches for the grip. Slow this down a little bit so we can witness the cheating in action. It's like, yes, I've got this. Nope, guy's way too heavy to go to single leg X. Reset, which is good. It's like, fuck this, making me look bad on video. Time to cheat. Right inside the pant grip. Alright, keep going. Yep, good. Start to get the weave pass going. Make sure you get the grip on the knee, Clark. Not high. I know some people like to teach it high. Lever mechanics doesn't make sense to grab higher near the hip. In gi anyways. Good. Listen to his stomach. Try and figure out what he had. If you know Taco Bell, you know you're good to go. Can start to set up the Chapa choke if you want here, Clark, by reaching under his armpit here and getting your grip underneath the lapel. But I know Chapa's been gone so long, nobody remembers what it is now. A good old bucket choke. Like that would have been great setup to reach underneath, grabbing the collar for the bucket choke. Chapa choke. Good, so as you're here, Clark, I would like you thinking about popping up to knee on belly, because now you've got the Kanto / step over choke if you want to around his neck. Good, there's a knee on belly. Use the knee on belly to pin that arm out of the way. Good, next time. Alright, so let's back that up a little bit. Alright, so we've got two options when we're getting the grip that we want, because we're forcing basically two routes. Either bottom guy stays completely on his back when we go for knee on belly, right? Or he starts to turn in, right? So we're looking to either step over his head for the step over / topside Kanto choke, which is fantastic choke to go for because it's very low risk. Or when he turns away, he's exposed near side elbow, especially if we have this grip over here, whether it's behind the back of the neck or this collar here, because that grip, wait for it to come up, we'll go a little bit quicker on this. Good, this grip right here, as long as you start to rotate your head slightly north-south, your shoulder is going to come behind the back of his shoulder here, and it's going to prevent him from being able to turn back into you now. So right now we have a clear shot at near side elbow control, and you know how I feel about this. Once you get the clear side elbow control, that should 100% be the match right there. But when you scooped, do you notice, and this is very, 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 very common, Clark. Let's scoot up a little bit here. Oh. Okay. Just how timing's going to work on the video, guys. So when you went to capture right here, Clark, see how you went over the top of the forearm there instead of behind the back of the tricep? If you go behind the tricep, your chances of getting elbow isolation shoot up to the roof. So not over the top of the forearm. We're not looking for wrist control. We're looking to keep him tilted far away from you. So best case scenario for him at that point is he makes it all the way to turtle. Well, who cares then at that point? You're on his side. You're in a great spot to attack turtle. So make sure that we're trying actively to catch that elbow. Okay? All right, back to regular speed here. Let's see if you get another peek at that near side elbow. Yep, so near side elbow is there again, Clark. That needs to, there we go. Now we've got near side elbow control isolation. You can start to go for a wrist lock to get the grip out of there with your shoulder. No, this needs to come in deep. Okay, so I'll see if I can find it and put the link in the description right here, Clark. But now you need to shift your right hip to his hip, shooting this arm as deep as you can across his shoulder, because now we're looking for backside Ezekiel choke or chair sit, chalupa control, back take, mount. Like in this situation, we want to stay deep under this, and we want to force his elbow far away from his body at that point. I'm not sure if I have a video of that, though. That might be on the... I might not have that recorded. You long arm fucker. Man, I'd like you to see you start doing the step over choke more, Clark, or really getting better isolation on that elbow. There, this is exactly what I would have wanted you to do earlier. Maybe not necessarily to the arm triangle, even though the arm triangle is fine right here, but backside Ezekiel choke. Anytime you can't get the arm triangle and he goes to turn and bump away to relieve pressure, yeah, that's your spot to go for that backside Ezekiel. Good job there, though. Next time, fairly similar movement for your first attack when you were on the other side of side control. Alright, so let's break down that scramble just a little bit for both of you guys at this point, okay? Because he did a good job about stepping aggressively to get around your hip right here. So you got cross collar, he goes a step around the corner. So right here, Clark, I would actually, because it's his job now to start to flatten your hip so that he can get his outside knee past your regard leg so that he can really basically solidify side control. Either that or he's going to try and loop all the way around, right? So I would actually start to bail almost like you're trying to go turtle here. And then it gives you the option to either invert for your guard recovery, or you've created hopefully enough space during your chance to try to get the turtle that you can get your regard leg back in. And when he's here, Clark, you can be a bro and show these guys that drill. As soon as he's here, if he takes this shin, pins it over the back knee, he's going to your open side. Like, you are in an extremely compromised position right here, and the only reason why you regard him is because he jumps it instead of using a windshield wiper to kill your hook. Yeah, never jump. We never jump there. Even when I see the best in the world do that jump to the other side, it makes me cringe. Like, you're getting by in athleticism at that point, and there's no reason. If you can jump, there's no reason why you couldn't have gotten your shin over the top. Sprawl your hips on that. Don't try and high leg next time, Clark. And, you know, if these guys like going for that baseball bat choke, just head position, and if you have to, arm isolation. Near side elbow control again. Near side elbow control again. This needs to be automatically being dug at this point. Too much time dicking around with knee on belly. That needs to be there. fuck this, get to that first, and then you can get that grip after. Like, this has got to be practice, Clark. We've done this a lot. Just like you did that one time on the other side, that just needs to be the go-to from here. Go-to from here. Yes, that part was a little sloppy. Yep, yes, you do know. Garbage. Good, near side elbow control is exposed. Do you have more reps on near side elbow control on the other side, Clark? Oddly enough. Because it keeps showing up on this side, but your route is not even considering that, really. And don't let go of that. Keep that there to keep back exposed. Wrist lock. Start drilling the bucket choke. If you want to play north-south more, you got to get good at the Chapa choke. Chapa's won too many tournaments with that bullshit, so it's a good choke, worth getting good at. Is he gonna let you get an arm triangle again on the other side? Nope, close, but you get mount. Better at crossing your ankle. Yeah, it's good mount, much better. You look like you know what you're doing again, Clark. The last few video breakdowns that we've done really made me nervous when you were gone. Like, oh shit, did Clark just forget everything? This looks like a better roll. Against a much better opponent, too. So if you just have to roll against better people so you're not fucking up, do that. Oh man, are we gonna get some worm guard going? Things about to get a little cray-cray. Good round, guys. Very nice job. And by nice job, I mean moderately okay. Okay. Tucky. Alright, we got 2 purple belt rolls in a row. Excellent. And you look tired and he looks fresh. Even better. Get that out of there. Not good. Good. Are we just going to crush into the 100% pass here? Yes, sir. Oh, nice. And your belt is nice and loose, so that grip isn't a good grip. I like that Brazilian tie. Very proud of you. What the fuck? Okay. Butterfly hook. So, guys, I'm giving you the secret to pass my guard. And pretty much all my passing system is just so you guys can pass my guard so I can get better at my guard. So me being selfish. In the 100% pass, this forearm still is going to be across the knee, but you're going to actually overload towards the hook side. So the one thing that happens when somebody puts a butterfly hook in. So now they can elevate you. So they can move you in a different dimension than if it's just traditional half guard. So if this leg's over the top in traditional half guard, they can only move you in 2 directions. They can only move you this way and that way. Okay? Now, when they put in a butterfly hook, they can move you this way, they can move you straight up towards the ceiling, and they can partially move you in that direction. But the 2 major movements are this way and elevation. Okay? That's why a butterfly hook, in my opinion, is one of the better guards. Okay? Now, in order to beat this when you're going for the 100% pass, because this is a very strong counter to basically everything, because it's the best guard in the world, is you want to overload this way. So I'm not even looking to put somebody's hips in neutral at this point. I want to have the hips completely loaded in this direction. Once the hips are loaded in that direction, I should be able to put my right hand physically on the mat. And I want it in front of the hooking thigh here, okay? If it's in front of the hooking thigh, my weight is going to be on my right hand and my forearm is going to be in front of the thigh. So I'm literally going to ride my leg up like a ramp, like I'm almost aggressively stepping into mount. And there is nothing he can do with this hook because your hand is on the floor and your forearm is preventing his knee from tracking. You prevent the knee from tracking, you literally take mount. This is actually an easier guard to pass if you have crossface here, using the 100% pass, than it is to pass traditional half guard. And this is literally meant to pass traditional half guard. Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll see if I can shoot a video of it and put it on the TFS Jiu-Jitsu website. But when you backstep from there, especially if you don't have a grip, you're just relying on essentially this person having a weak hook, and that was way harder than it needed to be. And you know, going against somebody with a really, really good hook game such as myself, that's just not going to work. Especially if you don't already have knee grip established to prevent the hook from tracking. Good. Make sure that you keep using that forearm to kill that hip so he can't get his legs going. Step over choke. That Kanto choke needs to be more aggressive, Clark. That needs to be your go-to. Now he's putting him north-south, so now we're going for bucket choke / Chappa choke. That's got to be your sequence from there since you've ended up on there against both guys. Hip to hip. Get your seatbelt grip. Now Chalupa should be incoming. Alright, he turned into you. Arm triangle / backside Ezekiel choke. It's alright that you missed it. So what would we do if he's able to start to get the elbow towards the ground when he's going for this, okay? So we try to go hip to kill it, and we start to miss it. So as soon as I know that this elbow is going to be able to start to track towards the mat, okay, I want to prevent hip movement now at this point. So worry less about finishing the choke and less about using your hips to come in, Clark, unless you feel like you have a good bite up here. Knee on belly, and start to drive it right over for mount. Very, very easy as soon as you know that he's going to be able to start to track that elbow back down towards the floor. Even easier if he gets this turn to go knee on belly at that point. But once he turns so much, yep, you realize you've started to lose it. Underneath this leg, that leg is not in good position for him right now. We need to aggressively stop dicking around with this hand and get underneath there. I can't even believe that worked. I don't know what he was going for there. That was odd. But it's training. Go for stuff, I guess. Good fat man mount. Okay. So right before he got that grip, Clark, that was your opportunity to really punch through for an Ezekiel here. Right here. This elbow needs to come down on top of the shoulder / back of the tricep area, and you're going to use your elbow then to start to pin his elbow to his body, and then your hand is free to go for the Ezekiel choke at that point. So anytime that you feel this, just bring your elbow down and use that to collapse his arm to his body, and then the neck is wide open. Once he gets the grip here, obviously, then you'd have to be able to pummel your elbow back in and things like that. That changes things. Don't let him rock you too high, or else he might be able to throw his legs up. So as this is coming back to routes, Clark. So this looks, and I don't know if you get this or not, so I'm speaking early, but it doesn't look like you're probably going to get to the bow and arrow choke, okay, because he's already kind of got his hands in play to start really defending. However, because both of his hands are up here defending, what is wide open? Near side elbow. So this is when we have to start working things in tandem together. So as soon as you know, like, yeah, I still might be able to get this, but what's my backup? As I'm fishing for this and his focus is here, this arm no longer needs to be a post. It needs to be actively digging for near side elbow control, because one of two things happens. You get near side elbow control and you miss this choke for whatever reason. So then you go through the series of chalupa, arm triangle, backside Ezekiel. Or you get near side elbow control. He defends it, starts to get out of it. Neck is wide open then for your choke. He's got to pick one of the two options, and either option your advancing position. Okay? Always route efficiency. Now this is just personal preference because you got uber long legs and you can arm body triangle from basically anywhere. I might have let him belly down at that point, so I could have taken back, but up to you. Ah, man, watching this makes me want to roll. I mean, you already know I'm going to yell at you for backstepping, but let's just go over it so I can yell at you. So I'd like either your heel actively digging in to put him flat, but alright, so right here you've missed it. He's got his hook. I would rather see you trying to actively push that into mount, but entirely up to you. But instead of the back step there, like once you know like you're going in guard, this is a personal preference thing, but I would just give him my foot right here, like if you know you've already started to lose it, and that can be either A, your first hook for your back take. Yeah, you should have just kept your knee planted on this side. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. However, or just put yourself back into traditional half at that point and just go for the 100% pass. Watch out for the triangle, obviously. Keep your head up. Don't ever look at your opponent once posture is necessary. We need to start making the loop. That is the, if your arm is in there, that is the opposite way to go. Knee on belly on this side. And go head to head. Remember, we've got two options on a triangle, and it looks fairly loose right now. We're either going in deeper, which I always recommend. Yeah, now you got posture. Don't do this bullshit, you fucking goddamn. I've got a lot of things to link in this description. It'll be great. That's like a last-ditch effort. Yes, it can work. I would not make that my go-to. Even if your legs are as long as an average person is tall. Get your legs farther back. Even if you're setting up the choke, your knees are far too close. Keep that grip next time and start to set up the Mendez Dar series. Good match. Good job, guys. Much better, Clark. And much better caliber people you were going against in these videos. So yeah. This is the breakdown for this one, guys. I'll see if I have, I'm not sure if I have everything recorded that I was talking about in this. If you need any of that, Clark, just let me know, and I'll link some of those in the description. Good job, guys.